Why was Ronaldinho the most technically gifted player in the world? Imagine a player capable of making a defender believe he was going to go right, while he already knew he was going left. A player capable of controlling an impossible ball, beating two opponents with a single move, and making an entire stadium rise to its feet with just a smile. That player was Ronaldinho. But why was he considered one of the most technically gifted players football had ever seen? The answer goes far beyond his dribbling. Exceptional ball control. Ronaldinho had an almost unbelievable relationship with the ball. Right foot, left foot, sole, outside of the foot, heel. He could use almost every part of his foot to control and manipulate the ball. Even when a pass came at high speed or seemed impossible to control, Ronaldinho could cushion the ball as if it were glued to his boot. And that mastery allowed him to play in incredibly tight spaces. But his real secret was somewhere else. He didn't just dribble with his feet. Ronaldinho wasn't only watching the ball. He was watching the defender. He analyzed the defender's balance, body position, and above all, the slightest movement of his legs. Then, in a fraction of a second, BAM! A body feint, an acceleration, a cut, and the defender was already behind him. That's what made his dribbling so difficult to predict. Ronaldinho could make you believe he was going one way, and then completely change direction at the very last moment. The magic of his skills. But if there is one thing that represents Ronaldinho, it is obviously the sombrero, the roulette, the flip-flap, and above all, the famous Elastico. The Elastico was terrifying. Ronaldinho would push the ball outward with his foot. Then, almost instantly bring it back inside. Sometimes, the defender didn't even have time to react. And the most impressive part? He performed these moves in actual matches against the best defenders in the world. It wasn't just showmanship for the sake of entertainment. It was a real weapon. The moment that shocked the world. And then came that legendary night at the Santiago Bernabéu. Against Real Madrid, Ronaldinho delivered an extraordinary performance. Dribbles, accelerations, touches, changes of direction. He dominated his opponent so completely that the Real Madrid crowd ended up doing something extremely rare. The Madrid fans applauded him. A Barcelona player being applauded at the Bernabéu. That almost says everything about Ronaldinho's technical level. The real reason behind his magic. But deep down, what made Ronaldinho unique wasn't just his technique. It was his creativity. He played as if he were free from all the rules. He could attempt a pass nobody had imagined. An impossible dribble, an unexpected shot, or a no-look pass. Ronaldinho didn't play only to win. He played to create magic. And perhaps that's why, years after his retirement, one question still remains. Have we ever seen a player this spectacular with a football? Ronaldinho wasn't simply a footballer. He was an artist,